an ATV News Break.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Phonse Jessome with the latest in regional news from the ATV News Center on this Monday morning. The legal issues surrounding a confession obtained by the RCMP in their investigation of the Sydney River McDonald's murders will be argued in court today when one of three men convicted in the case has his appeal. We'll have that and more in a moment, but first, a check at the weather map. It will be a mainly dry but cool start to the week. Northerly winds will remain high, and they will keep temperatures down in the three provinces. A few areas, in particular in northern Nova Scotia and in Prince Edward Island, will see some scattered showers. Were Derek Wood's rights violated before he confessed to police in May of 1992? Wood is one of three men serving life sentences for their part in the killings of three McDonald's restaurant employees and the disabling of a third during the May 1992 holdup at the Sydney River McDonald's restaurant. He wanted to talk to his lawyer only minutes before he confessed. At his trial last year, the judge allowed the confession to be admitted as evidence. The 21-year-old is currently serving 3 concurrent life terms. Usually the forest fire season in Atlantic Canada is long gone by the middle of October, but that's not the case in some parts of the region. Nearly 24 forest fires are burning around New Brunswick because of dry fall conditions.
About 22 fires burning in New Brunswick right now. Most of those are being patrolled, but the situation is pretty dangerous, and the threat of more fires is there.
The Department of Natural Resources is asking the public to stay out of the woods because of a ban on campfires. As well, industrial operations are restricted, with a ban on all woods work being done between noon and 6 p.m. each day. Meanwhile, a fire broke out last night at the old General Hospital complex in St. John, New Brunswick. That blaze started in the main part of the abandoned hospital. 2 ladder trucks managed to put out the fire, which officials believe was deliberately set.
A lot of debris burning. The building is not combustible. This building is not of combustible material. It's all concrete and brick, but the paint will burn on the walls if there's enough heat, and the debris that's in there. So whoever's setting the fire, they're setting this debris in fire.
There are no reports of any injuries. It's the latest fire to hit the building. The old nurses complex burned to the ground earlier this year. There have been concerns about safety after 2 firefighters were injured while working in that building. Last night, firefighters were ordered out for safety concerns. Many of us will be seeing new faces at our municipal buildings after this weekend's municipal elections across Nova Scotia. The election placards are coming down, and those who come out winners are savoring victory. Halifax has a new mayor, Walter Fitzgerald, upset incumbent Moira Descharmes in Saturday's vote.
No stone is going to be left unturned, no avenue not explored to get the city moving and growing and giving people a good feeling that things good are happening for Halifax.
What do you say to critics who say, well, you're an old-time politician, that this might mean a return to old-time politics?
Well, I'm certainly not an old-time politician. I think I'm a modern politician.
In Dartmouth, where no one challenged Mayor Gloria McCluskey, fewer than 25% of eligible voters even cast a ballot. In Bedford, Mayor Peter Kelly was re-elected by a wide margin, and voters in Bedford said no to amalgamating their police force.
Is there any legal requirement for the minister to pay attention to the plebiscite?
Legally, no. Morally, I'd say yes, she should.
Kelly plans to present results of the plebiscite to Municipal Affairs Minister this week. It will be a familiar face returning to the mayor's office in Port Hawkesbury. Billy Joe McLean is the new mayor-elect. Despite an expense account scandal while a member of the provincial legislature back in 1986, McLean has managed to stay in the political ring. He's the mayor of Port Hawkesbury for the 2nd time.
No, I'm basically country folk. I love where I live. I enjoy my family. My business is going well here. It's going to be fun being mayor again.
This is not the first political comeback for McLean. After he was dumped by the provincial Tories, he ran and won as an independent in Inverness South. The lights went out in Clayton Park early last night. The reason? A car struck an electric pole, sending the driver to hospital and residents wondering where the electricity went. The accident occurred at around 6 o'clock last night at the corner of Lacewood Drive and Lincoln Cross. The driver of the car apparently suffered minor injuries. He was taken to hospital for treatment, apparently a minor injury to his ankle, as well as some facial cuts. Police say they believe the accident occurred when the car skidded on some leaves and lost control. They say that accident serves as a reminder to all of us to drive carefully as the leaves continue to build in our region's roadways. That is your news to this hour. We will have another update in 1 hour's time.